What's up, everybody? Executives here, coming at you with a quick, no BS guide on how to download WoW 2.4.3 TBC client, as well as how to download add-ons, how to connect to a server, everything you guys need. First off, you're going to click the link in the top of the description. It's going to take you to dkp-.com. You're going to scroll down a little bit here, and you see two versions of downloads. You got direct downloads, torrents, and then also a Mac OS download. I highly recommend it that you guys download the Smolderforge client torrent, but I'll get into that a little bit later. If you guys are scared of torrents or don't feel like going that route, I would recommend the Google Drive version from Hellfire TBC. It takes you to Google Drive. You can download the link. It's very safe. But now I'm going to roll into the torrent download for Smolderforge. So it's a magnet URL. So what you guys need in order to basically download this torrent is you're going to need another application called uTorrent. If you click the second link in the description, it'll take you to utorrent.com/downloads. Now there's uTorrent Web and there's also the uTorrent stable. uTorrent Web I think is still in beta. I don't know. I'd recommend you guys downloading the uTorrent stable. Download it, get an executable file, and we're going to go ahead and run that once it finishes downloading. So I'm going to go ahead and run the executable file. It's going to extract, and then it just takes a few seconds. Comes up to the setup wizard. Now I'm going to walk you guys through a few key steps and also how to completely uninstall and remove this once we're completely done with our download. So don't worry, I want this eradicated from my computer. I don't want it on here, so I will delete it once we're done. Go ahead, next. It's a warning. Next, agree. I don't want any of this, so I'm going to uncheck all the icons. And then I'm also going to uncheck this box that says Start uTorrent when Windows starts up. We do want the exception for firewall as well as magnet URLs because that's what we're going to be using. Now it's going to take a second to install, and then once it's done installing, we're going to launch uTorrent. Now on my other monitors, I got a pop-up in my browser. So don't worry, I'm going to walk you guys through how to get rid of that as well. So I got this error in my browser here, a new extension added called Safe Torrent Extension, and I'm just going to go ahead and click it, remove from Chrome. I don't want that. If you guys want to be sure, you can go to more tools here, go to extensions, and then be sure that it's removed completely from Chrome. Otherwise, we're going to go back to uTorrent. Now that we have uTorrent open, it's very easy. We're going to go back to our website here, and we're going to click this magnet URL from Smolderforge. It's going to ask us, do we want to open in uTorrent? I'm going to click open, and now this is where we can choose what we want to do with it. Up here in this hamburger menu, we got a file location. So I would recommend that you guys just download this to your desktop, or if you want to put it in a new folder, you can put it in a new folder on your desktop, or something very easy if you guys want to delete this once TBC Retail comes out. So I'm going to select the folder, and then next it's the name of the file. If you guys want to change this name up to 2.4.3 client or something, you're more than welcome to. Wouldn't mess with anything here, and then we're going to press OK. Now it's going to take a second to start downloading, and you might get a few more pop-ups, but I will cover all of that. So the first thing you're going to do, I don't know why, but in my experience with torrents, I always right-click and press force start. It seems to me, maybe it's placebo, but it seems to always go faster download speed when I do that. Now we're just going to wait for this to download. It may take an hour depending on your internet speed. Alright, once your client finishes downloading and it says seeding, it is very important that you guys right click and you hit stop. You do not want to leave your client seeding. Once it finishes the download and it says 100%, or you're watching it and it says 99%, and then it goes to seeding, that means it's done. You do not want to leave this seeding, otherwise your internet service provider might send you a letter. It's also, will suck up your bandwidth as well. So now that my client is done, obviously I already have it installed so I didn't download it again, but now that your client is done, we're going to go ahead to the folder that we found it in. But before we do that, I am going to uninstall uTorrent. So I'm going to press the Windows key plus the S button. I'm going to type in Control Panel, and then I'm going to go to uninstall a program, and then I'm going to sort by installed on. Obviously we installed it today, so I found uTorrent, right click, uninstall. There we go, closed out. I'm going to get a UAC message, obviously click yes, and then it's going to completely, it's going to ask, do you want to retain your settings if you want to reinstall. I want this completely eradicated from my computer, so I'm going to click remove my settings and then click uninstall. In addition to that, if for some reason your browser crashed and you had a different pop-up error like please enable this extension or something, or if you go down here to the bottom right hand corner and you now have a new logo that you've never recognized, not of these 6 here, but a upside down triangle that's yellow, it is basically an ad block application that was installed on your computer that you don't want. It's not harmful, it's there to block ads or to protect you from malware, kind of like Malware Bytes in a way, but it's just a cheap, crappy, free version that installed on your computer when uTorrent installed. It's not harmful at all, don't worry. So if you guys see that under the date that you obviously installed it on, today's the 7th, you would right click and uninstall that as well. I want Google Chrome up to date, so I'm not going to do anything there. So that is completely how to get rid of uTorrent off of your computer. So now you find the folder that you installed your client in, and I'll go from there. Once your client is done downloading, you guys should have a folder very similar to this. If not, I'll walk you through what to do to unzip it when I get into the add-ons section, because I'll talk about unzipping files there if you guys have a compressed file. If you downloaded the torrent, you should have a file or folder that looks very similar to this. So the first thing you're going to want to do is find a file called realmlist.wtf. So I'm going to search up here, realmlist, and then it already found it. Now you have a WTF file here, and it doesn't really seem like you can open it. Now there's a few things that you can do to edit this. First thing that you would do is right click, click open with, and then find Notepad under more apps, find Notepad, and then click OK, and then now you're able to edit it. But if for some reason you can't edit it via that method, right click, click properties. If this box read only is checked, please uncheck it and then click OK, and then do the same method from there. Right click, open with Notepad, and then I'm going to open it. Now you guys are going to change the realm list to whatever server you want to connect to. I highly recommend that you guys connect to pvphenhouse.se. They have a TBC server and it is amazing. So you go here, you click on their homepage, and you sign up with a username, email, password. It's very easy, and then you log in. First thing we're going to do is hit connect here, and then we're going to find the realm list that we want to set or change our realmlist.wtf file. If you guys are connecting to a different server like SmolderForge or something, you find their realm list, SmolderForge realm, and then click the first link in Google. And let's see. Anyways, if you have a server that you would like to connect to other than pvphenhouse.se, you would just change that here, set realm list smolderforge.com or whatever. But if you guys are connecting to Henhouse, what I would recommend to do is I would find this file location, so that's under generally under data, engb, and then realmlist.wtf. So I would find, I would go back to my browser here, and I would just, other than copying pasting this, I would just download the realmlist.wtf file, and then go ahead and press Ctrl J, and then find your realmlist.wtf file, and then click and drag it into here. I've already downloaded it a few times, that's why it's 4 in parentheses. And then it'll ask you if you want to replace the file. You just click yes, and then that should be good to go. Now that you guys have got a server picked out and a realm list changed, you're probably going to want to install some add-ons. So we're going to go to google.com over here, and then find some TBC add-ons. So TBC add-ons, first link takes you to legacywow.com. This is where create add-ons. There's PF Quest. Highly recommend you getting this add-on. Has a ton of downloads. This is obviously like Questy, a Quest helper. You're going to click download. It'll download it. It'll open up a zip file, and we're going to get into that. But if you guys are looking for a PvP add-on like Gladius, I spelled that wrong, but there's a TBC add-on called Gladi. It's basically the exact same thing as retail. So I'm going to click download here, And then now, it might take a second. Let me try that again. Yep, now it downloaded, and in the bottom left hand corner we got a zip file. Basically what a zip file is it's a compressed file. So think of it as like a pillow. If you squish a pillow really down flat, it's not going to be very useful, but it's going to be kind of small. But then once you open up or let the pillow reinflate, it'll be useful again and large. So that's basically what a zip file is. It's just a compressed file. So if you have Windows 10, it has a built-in extractor. But if for some reason you guys don't have Windows 10 or hate using Windows 10, I'd recommend using an unzipper program like 7-zip. So I'm going to go back to Google, I'm going to type in 7-zip, and then I'm going to click download here. Now you're going to download either 32-bit or 64-bit for Windows. If you guys don't know how to do that, you press the Windows plus the E key and then go over this PC, right click Properties, and then it'll tell you your system type under system type. I'm 64-bit operating system, so that's what I'm going to download. So I'm going to click download 64-bit, and then it's going to come up with an executable file. Where to install it? Install. It was that easy. One of the easiest applications to run. Very, very, very helpful. So now we're going to go back to where we downloaded Gladius, which is under our downloads folder. So I have Gladius here. Now if you just double click it, you can open it, and I'll show you how to do that. But if you guys don't want to do the Windows 7 way, you can do 7-zip, open archive, and then click Gladi master here, because this is the master file. Double click it, make sure that it's got a bunch of stuff in it. If you double click it and then it's one folder, then you're probably going to want to copy that, just that one folder. Anyways, we're going to click on Gladi master, click extract. We're going to find where we want to extract it to. So this is under my desktop. Oops, desktop, all that stuff. And then once you find your 2.4.3 client folder, you're going to want to go under interface and then just click on the add-ons folder. Press OK, press OK. It'll extract. I already have it in there, so I'm just going to hit cancel. It'll extract it, and then you're done. If you don't want to do it via the 7-zip method, just open up the file and then obviously double click it, and then make sure you have one folder, and then you're just going to highlight it and then press Control X or right click cut, and then go back to your add-ons folder, interface, add-ons, and then paste. I already have the folder in here, so I'm just going to cancel it. Now that you guys have add-ons picked out, a server picked out, we're going to go ahead and launch the game. So find the executable application file, right click open, and we're going to launch TBC. Now in the bottom right hand corner, it'll generally show the server that you downloaded the client from. So if you downloaded the client from Smolderforge, most likely the first thing you're going to see down here is going to say Smolderforge. So try your account information for the server that you want to connect to and that you changed your realm list file to, and then see if that works. Mine worked because I wanted to connect to Henhouse, but if for some reason you guys got a disconnected, I will show you what to do. So for some reason, when I downloaded the Smolderforge client, I was hard stuck to Smolderforge. I had a Smolderforge account with the exact same login information that when I logged in, it just took me to my Smolderforge account, and I was like, no, I want to play Henhouse. I was hard stuck in that for some reason. So if you guys changed under data ENGB, if you guys changed your realmlist.wtf file here, and for some reason it still says pvphenhouse.se, but you're launching the Smolderforge, I'd recommend right clicking it and deleting it, or just pressing the delete key, and then going back to the server that you want to play on, and they will generally have a download realmlist.wtf file that you can download and then drag it in there, because that's the best method that I've seen to kind of fix that issue of just DCing. So once you have that file, just go ahead and drag it back into your data ENGB folder, and then from there, if you guys have a cache folder in addition to removing your old realm list file, you're also going to delete the entire cache folder. Just delete it, hit the delete key. Once you launch WoW again, it will create its own cache based off of the new server that you're going to connect to, which is exactly what you want. If you already have connected to a server in the past and you're connecting to Henhouse's new TBC server, then I recommend you guys delete your cache folder, the entire folder, before you log in. If you guys have any questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Otherwise, thank you for watching.